Hello, and welcome to the Fit Velocity. In this video we will see the top 10 abs exercises and their benefits. Abdominal exercises are a type of strength exercise that affect the abdominal muscles. Human abdominal consist of four muscles, which are the rectus abdominis, internal oblique, external oblique, and transversus abdominis. When performing abdominal exercises, it is important to understand the effects, functions, the types of exercises, and think about how to perform this exercise safely. To know more about these exercises, let's start without any further delay. Let's move to our first exercise. Our first exercise is glute bridge march. Glute bridge march is a calisthenics, stretching, and warm-up exercise that primarily targets the glutes and to a lesser degree also targets the abs, hamstrings, quads, and hip flexors. The only glute bridge march equipment that you really need is the following: exercise mat. To perform this exercise, start lying on your back with knees bent and both feet positioned shoulder width apart, about a foot away from your butt on the floor. With a tight core and squeezing your glutes, raise your hips into a glute bridge position. Lift your toes slightly to help push through your heels. Holding the bridge position the entire time, start to march by raising the left knee up towards your chest. Alternate legs by lowering your left foot back to the ground, and then raising your right knee towards your chest. This is one march. See if you can do at least 50. Let's move to our second exercise. Our second exercise is mountain climber. A mountain climber is a bodyweight exercise that is useful for burning calories, building stamina, and strengthening the core. Not only do mountain climbers make use of all of the body's major muscle groups, they're simple and expedient enough to be done almost anywhere. To perform this exercise, get into a plank position, making sure to distribute your weight evenly between your hands and your toes. Check your form. Your hands should be about shoulder width apart, back flat, abs engaged, and head in alignment. Pull your right knee into your chest as far as you can. Switch legs, pulling one knee out and bringing the other knee in. Keep your hips down and run your knees in and out as far and as fast as you can. Alternate inhaling and exhaling with each leg change. Let's move to our third exercise. Our third exercise is plank on knee. Plank on the knees is a modified variation of full plank pose, and is more accessible for those who have not yet built up their core or upper body strength to hold plank pose. In this pose, the yogi begins in plank pose, then lowers the knees to the ground. To perform this exercise, begin kneeling on the floor with your hands directly below shoulders and knees on the mat at an angle behind you. Keeping spine straight, tighten abdominals to hold and keep weight out of wrists. Hold for desired amount of time and slowly release by pushing hips back over heels. Let's move to our fourth exercise. Our fourth exercise is V-up. The V-up is an ab exercise that works the entire rectus abdominis, which is what most people refer to as the six-pack. It basically involves folding your legs and upper body into a V shape in order to engage all your ab muscles. To perform this exercise, start lying on back with legs extended and arms by sides, both on mat. In one movement, lift upper body, arms, and legs, coming to balance on tailbone, forming a V shape with body. Lower back down. That's one rep. Continue for 30 to 60 seconds, then immediately continue on to your next move. Let's move to our fifth exercise. Our fifth exercise is lying hamstring walkout. The hamstring walkout is an exercise that targets the hamstrings through knee flexion and hip extension. It is an equipment-free exercise that anyone can do even in the comforts of their own home. Although it only uses one's own body weight for the activity, hamstring walkouts optimize hamstring muscular strength, endurance, and growth due to the increase in the muscle's time under tension. To perform this exercise, the participant positions themselves lying down supine on the floor. Both knees are flexed with the feet flat on the ground and placed near the buttocks. The movement starts by pushing the hips upward and assuming a glute bridge. Upon getting into position, the knees are slowly extended by taking short alternating steps until the legs are completely extended and the weight is supported on the heels. This position is held briefly before taking short, alternating steps back in to return to the glute bridge position. Let's move to our sixth exercise. Our sixth exercise is side plank. The side plank is a great exercise for strengthening the oblique abdominal muscles, which don't get worked during ab exercises such as crunches. You will hold your body on your side in straight position supported only by one arm and the side of one foot. To perform this exercise, start lying on side with right forearm flat on the floor, elbow under shoulder, and both legs extended. Body should form a straight line from head to feet, which are either stacked or staggered. Engage your core and lift hips up. Hold for 30 seconds, then repeat on the other side and immediately continue on to your next move. Once you've completed all 3 of your exercises, rest for 15 to 30 seconds, then repeat for 3 to 5 total rounds. Let's move to our 7th exercise. Our 7th exercise is reverse crunch. The reverse crunch is a core exercise that targets the muscles of the lower abdomen. To perform a reverse crunch, lie flat on your back with your hands beneath your hips. Bend your knees and lift them towards your head, drawing them upward slightly at the end of the movement. To perform this exercise, start lying on back, legs lifted so thighs are perpendicular to ground and knees are bent. Press lower back into mat, then curl knees into chest to lift hips off the ground. Return to start with control. That's 1 rep. Continue for 30 to 60 seconds, then immediately continue on to your next move. Once you've completed all 3 of your exercises, rest for 15 to 30 seconds, then repeat for 3 to 5 total rounds. Let's move to our 8th exercise. Our 8th exercise is bird dog. Bird dog is a calisthenics, Pilates, yoga, and total body exercise that primarily targets the lower back and to a lesser degree also targets the traps, shoulders, abs, glutes, and hamstrings. To perform this exercise, begin on all fours in the tabletop position. Place your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. Maintain a neutral spine by engaging your abdominal muscles. Draw your shoulder blades together. Raise your right arm and left leg, keeping your shoulders and hips parallel to the floor. Lengthen the back of your neck and tuck your chin into your chest to gaze down at the floor. Hold this position for a few seconds, then lower back down to the starting position. Raise your left arm and right leg, holding this position for a few seconds. Return to the starting position. This is 1 round. Do 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. Let's move to our 9th exercise. Our 9th exercise is frog pump. Frog exercises are perfect for leg day. This move is a high volume, low load glute exercise, and doing it works out your glutes and inner thighs and adds definition to the area. To perform this exercise, lie on your back and bring the soles of your feet together into a frog position, scooting your feet as close to your butt as possible. Get someone to check if your left and right foot are in the correct position. If you decide to do the exercise with just your body weight, you might try clenching your hands into fists and keeping your elbows on the floor. This will mean that your forearms are perpendicular to the ground. If you are using a dumbbell, on the other hand, hold it on either end, while resting it on your hips. The third step is to draw your belly button down toward the floor to engage your midsection. Press your lower back into the floor. Then, keeping your chin tucked into your neck, ribs down, and shoulders on the ground, press down into the floor with the edges of your feet and squeeze your glutes to thrust your hips towards the sky. Pause at the top before lowering your bottom back down to the floor. Be careful and do everything slowly. Let's move to our 10th and last exercise. Our 10th exercise is alternating single leg glute bridge. Single leg glute bridge. Perform the bridging movement with one leg off the floor so that the remaining leg has to produce the hip extension. This makes the exercise a lot tougher and the core and hips have to work hard to stabilize the torso throughout the movement. To perform this exercise, lie on the floor with hands on the ground, one leg bent and the other leg straight. Now raise the body with the heel of the bent leg and the glutes and hold this pose for 5 seconds. Now lower down the body and alternate with the leg. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share to this video, and also subscribe to this channel for more updates. Thank you for watching this video, and be healthy and fit. Have a nice day.